This is Kwoktar Hero, my personalized full-size Guitar Hero arcade cabinet, and honestly, I might have gone way too far with this build. Before I show you how I transformed a junk cabinet from the side of the road into this monster, let me give you a tour of what it can do. Roll the intro. Welcome to Project Quadcade. Let me talk about this absolute beast that I built. This is the first arcade cabinet that I built for the Quadcade, and I'm really proud of how it turned out. It doesn't run the official Guitar Hero games. Instead, it runs Clone Hero and my personal favorite, Yarg. This is the power button. Push it, and the whole system boots straight into Yarg. Grab one of the 4 guitars mounted on the side and plug it into this USB hub. And you're ready to jam to over 23,000 songs. Oh, you need to search for that specific song? Pull out this drawer. It has a keyboard and trackpad for easy browsing and navigating. Now you're officially a KWOKstar. Tired of playing guitar? Let's switch it up and get drumming. This button here turns on the electric drum set. And down here, you'll find the kick pedal. Or maybe you want to sing your heart out. Plug in a microphone and go for it. Just don't expect me to demo that. Trust me. I've got noise complaints from my neighbors, not even kidding. So good thing I can plug in my best headphones for that full, immersive experience. You might have noticed these lights. These are DMX Lights reading SACN data straight from Yarg, syncing patterns to whatever song is playing. This is a huge reason I prefer Yarg. These lights make the whole cabinet come alive. I'll go deeper on how this works later. This screen here is an audio visualizer. But if you're a streamer like me, you can also pull up your streaming software here. The camera up top captures your intense solos and riffs for the viewers. Want to adjust the volume? You can do that here. Or adjust the bass here. And on the very bottom, we have a drawer for storage. This is where I keep my hopes, dreams, and extra USB cables. If you want 4-player chaos, the main screen is way too small, and nobody wants someone breathing down their neck while drumming. So I added an HDMI out on the back. Plug it into a TV and boom, instant party mode. And that's everything the Kwoktar Hero can do. Now if this sparked even the tiniest idea in your head, let me show you how I built this, and maybe you can get inspired to build something on your own. I didn't record the whole build process, unfortunately. Back then, I didn't know I'd end up making YouTube videos, but I did take some photos. So let me walk you through how this cabinet came to life. The journey began with a Facebook Marketplace miracle. A broken Cherry Master cabinet listed for free just an hour away. I messaged the guy instantly, drove over, and picked it up. I still gave him a tip because taking a vintage cabinet for free just felt illegal. Getting it into my SUV was a horror movie. It barely fit, and every acceleration felt like it was about to shatter my back window. 3 people helped me unload it, and once we finally got it inside, it was time to transform it. This thing was disgusting. Cobwebs, dust, and dead spiders everywhere. And I've got serious entomophobia, so cleaning it is basically my personal nightmare. But the monitor was actually in great shape, so I gave it to someone who needed it for their Pac-Man cabinet. The rest of the internals went to another person repairing their own Cherry Master. That left me with just a shell, which was perfect because every single part of this cabinet got repurposed. After I cleaned the whole cabinet like my life depended on it, I took it apart piece by piece and I replaced the ugly silver T-molding with black ones and painted the sides red in oil-based paint. For the logos here, I 3D printed each of these letters and made a stencil for the black background. I kinda did a sloppy job painting that, but I think it adds to the charm. Then the letters are super glued on. For the store, I cut out 2 circles for the 6.5-inch speaker grills and wrapped the whole thing in diamond plate vinyl to give it that cool industrial look. These Rockford Fosgate grills are actually meant for cars. but I'm pretty sure they would look better on my cabinet than they ever would on the Honda Civic. The original cabinet didn't have any of this. There was so much unused space inside that I just made the whole thing deeper to fit all the upgrades. The Marquee uses the Guitar Hero World Tour artwork, but I went into Photoshop and replaced everyone with me and my friends, because why not headline your own cabinet? I printed it through Game On Graphics, my absolute go-to for everything Marquee related. They never miss, and no, I'm not sponsored by them. Yet. I used Govee LED strips to light it up, because I like how they come with a timer, so I can set a time for them to turn on and off. Alright, moving on. The keyboard here is an absolute must. With tens of thousands of songs, scrolling through the library without it would be a nightmare. I found the thinnest keyboard with a built-in trackpad that I could, added some drawer slides, and stuck it all in. I sticker bombed it with some cheap stickers from China. I think it gives it a pretty cool vibe. I mentioned these lights earlier, and honestly I love these lights. They're run by a software made by a super talented person named Nixai Saleh, or however you're supposed to say that. I saw a post of him demoing it and reached out, and he helped me set it up on my cabinet. So Yarg interprets these lighting directives from the song file. Official Guitar Hero or Rock Band songs usually have them programmed, and for player-made charts, the lights get auto-generated based on the tempo of the song and the section it's in, like the verse, bridge, or outro. It supports 2, 4, or 8 lights at a time. I'll leave a link to the GitHub in the description if you want to set it up yourself. The lights aren't expensive on Amazon, but you'll also need a USB to DMX cable to make it work. He hasn't updated the software in a while, but I think it's perfect as is, and I'm proud to say that as user number 1 for his software. Govee LED strips here too, to give it that nice backlight. Alright, next up, I'm using a super cheap HP monitor here that I got for like 30 bucks. Doesn't need to be the best thing in the world. The plexiglass is custom cut from my local Lowe's. They do a good job. This tiny monitor right here is a cheap one from China. These are pretty dang neat. I really just wanted a second monitor to run OBS and stream to Twitch. It's also why this cheap Logitech webcam is here too. Pretty cool for capturing drum gameplay. And the bezel is just a black piece of paper that I cut myself. These are Elisa's Nitro Mesh drums. I originally planned to use the official Guitar Hero Red Octane drums, but after doing some research, I found these for a great deal, and I'm so glad I did. The difference between these and the Red Octane drums is night and day. Total game changer. If you never played Clone Hero or Yarg with E-drums, you're missing out. They came with 3 cymbals, but I had nowhere to put them, and I don't play pro drums anyway, so they're in storage for now. Mounting the drums was easy. I installed the pole and used the clamps that came with them to secure everything to the cabinet. This here used to be a door, and inside was the bucket that catches the coins. I turned it into a drawer for the kick pedal and added this piece that locks it in place, so you can go crazy without worrying about it moving around. Alright, let's peek inside. Excuse the mess. Most of these wires are from the drums, and they've got nowhere else to go. There's the mini PC, which is the brains of this operation. It's an Ace Magic AM06 Pro Mini PC, Ryzen 5 5625U, 16GB of RAM, 512GB SSD. That's plenty to crush Clone Hero and Yarg. Here's something a little silly. This button is actually a toilet flushing button. You push it from above, and it actually pushes the power button on the mini PC. I know it's ridiculous, but I really did not want to take apart the mini PC and solder my own power button. Plus it works. And yes, it's the same thing for the drum module. The USB hub here runs through the whole cabinet and gets plugged into the mini PC. For the speakers, the 2 satellite speakers sit at the top behind the grills from China, facing downward behind the Marquee for perfect sound projection. I'm using Klipsch Pro Media 2.1. They're actually really great computer speakers and pack a nice punch with the subwoofer over here. I also mounted the PCB for the control pod here, and extended the dial using the dial extenders, also from China, so you have full volume control right from the top. And that is Kwoktar Hero. 6 months of planning and on and off building, hundreds of dollars given to China, and now a lifetime of fun. If this inspired you, leave a like and comment, and hit subscribe to see what's next coming for the Kwokade. Shout out to my 22 subscribers that I have so far. You know who you are. I've got a bunch more projects to show off, so stay tuned. And no matter what, go have a Kwoktastic day and keep jamming.